is Tuesday, January 4th. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Glad to spend this time with you together every morning. Glad to have you here on CBSN Minnesota or Facebook or Twitter or wherever you're watching this, whatever this is. Here's the forecast coming at you. Meteorologist Riley O'Connor made this special just for you. Look at this. Pretty mild out there today. Yeah, we're going to be kissing 30. And then the flurries start. Yep, depending on where you live, they'll be coming in maybe around the evening drive time. Here in the Twin Cities, Riley said, look for it more around 7 or 8 tonight. But this is the sort of thing that changes as the day develops. So we'll update it for you all day on CBSN Minnesota, our streaming service and our social networks and all of that as well. But yep, a little bit of snow coming in overnight. It does make you think about the beautiful holiday decor. And how late is too late to keep Christmas decorations up? So there was a survey done about this, and surveys said, pack it up this month. End of the month, 75% of people said, end of January is enough. Now, bear in mind, this is probably a national survey because I don't know too many Minnesotans who are getting up on a ladder to take the lights down this time of year. It's probably frozen to your gutters right now anyway. So there you go, 75% this month. 50% say they judge their neighbors who leave late decorations. And before you get too outraged about that, I mean, if your neighbor has an inflatable Santa or like a reindeer up on February 2nd, yeah, I'm probably going to judge that too, right? Leave the lights up. That's fine. You can even leave the lights on for all I care. 54% also said they don't want to be the Grinch. They don't want to be the first one to pack it up because then you look like there's something wrong with you too. How long is too long to keep the Christmas decor up? When are you taking your decor down? We didn't do much with outdoor decor. I've got a wreath up and I do have lights, and I'm certainly not going to take those down. So let us know. What do you think about that? Be honest. You judge. You judge. I know you people. You guys are judgers. All right. I felt a little bit over Christmas break like I was on like a treasure hunt. It was like the Winter Carnival medallion hunt as I was trying to find a rapid COVID-19 test. As the Omicron variant spreads, this hunt to get a test is really becoming an issue. And we saw such long lines at some of the state testing sites. I got to be honest, unless there's a requirement to get a test, I don't know that it makes a lot of sense to spend an hour and a half in line for a rapid test. Maybe just assume you have it and lock it down. I don't know. Look at this out in Brooklyn Park. Same deal. That's where I usually get my test. And then there's this. People who've tried to order an at-home test have been getting a notification that say there are no more left. So we asked some questions. And that is because there is a statewide cap on how many free at-home tests Minnesota's main supplier, Vault, will send each day. The company said the reason for this is to make sure that shipping suppliers aren't overwhelmed. And they want people to use the test. You're not supposed to really stockpile them. Order it when you need it, use it, send it in. Department of Health says they do plan on expanding testing capacity, so hoping to get more options for Minnesotans this week. But it has been a struggle, and we're watching this on the federal level as well. The president saying he was going to make at-home tests available for people around the country. How's that going to work? So we'll find out more today. Airline cancellations piling up again this morning. Boy, if you're trying to fly home, I bet there are still people who are stranded from trying to get home over the weekend. 1,100 cancellations so far today. Delayed and canceled flights. It's been a problem for nearly 2 weeks now. Out at the airport this morning here in the Twin Cities, airlines have canceled 20 flights today. 7 delays. Not terrible, but still, oof, rough if that's your flight. Staff calling in sick is part of the problem. They've been tight staff as it is, and then people with COVID or other kind of winter illness. Here's the other problem, weather. Yeah, sometimes when the airlines say, well, it's weather delays, it makes me think like, sure it is. But this is the real deal on the East Coast, digging out from a record winter storm, some areas with up to 10 inches of snow. And how about this? This highway in Virginia shut down for, I think it was like 50 miles. A lot of people without power throughout the East Coast, but this crash involving several semis basically like locked up this interstate. It's still shut down this morning. Just unbelievable. Backed up for miles. Some drivers have been stuck there overnight, going on 10 miles because it's such the way the highway is orchestrated, there's no easy way to get out of there. Some people in Washington, D.C. having some fun with the snow. I always like this. They do like a snowball fight on the National Mall. They called it the Battle of Snowmicron. Little Omicron nod there. But pretty fun, right? With the Washington Monument in the background. I feel like we need a better organized snowball fight here in the Twin Cities. We don't have like a spot where people come together to just let it rip. That's pretty fun. Good stuff. Looking for some fun this weekend. The ice castles in New Brighton are going to be open to the public by the end of the week. Now, I forgot to check, but this thing is expensive, isn't it? It's not cheap to go to the ice castles. I mean, they've been, trying to freeze these over the last couple weeks. They're stunning. But, it is a private company. They're making money. They're selling tickets. They go on sale online at $6. Maybe Chris says $22 to go on the weekend. If you go Monday through Thursday, $15. Kids are a little cheaper. That's not terrible, I guess. Bring a family of 4. Yeah, all right. Have some fun. Public health officials are sounding the alarm on blood donations. And this is an interesting thing because I'm a blood donor. So I donate through the American Red Cross. And when I heard yesterday that, look, they're on an alert. Minnesota blood banks, the donations are down 10% since the start of the pandemic. Memorial Blood Centers and the Timberwolves are doing a blood drive today at Target Center from 10 to 5. I tried to make an appointment for that. They're closed. But there appeared to be some availability, so you could walk in over at Target Center. But when I went on to my Red Cross app, there were only 5 or 6 opportunities to give blood over the next month. So part of the problem here is that they used to do fairly large blood drives at workplaces, but because so many workplaces are not back to work, they're not doing those. And then the other issue is just getting enough employees, just like everywhere else. So getting enough employees to actually staff these things and volunteers, those are all issues. So it's not necessarily that Minnesotans aren't stepping up to give blood. We do that. We give blood here. But there are other issues with the system of blood donation that are making that a bit of a challenge. So give blood if you can. Staple in a St. Paul neighborhood is our first restaurant closure of 2022, Black Dog Cafe. Yeah, this has been a really cool spot. Right in St. Paul's Lower Town by the farmers market there. They would do breakfast, and then it was a bar and a restaurant and a jazz club at night. Some neighbors just, saying this is a staple of their neighborhood, and they feel lost without it.
It is going to be sorely missed. It's going to be a huge hole in this community.
This is like one of the pillars of the community. So with this going, I don't know what else can really hold.
One of the co-owners told us, some of it was the slowdown because of COVID. Some of it is supply chain issues where they've dealt with rising food costs, and some of it was the worker shortage, just not enough staff members. One of the owners was saying, look, over the last month, I've been like a server, I've been a line cook, and not getting any younger. One more final party on January 15th to say goodbye to the regulars. If you have one of those classic BlackBerry phones, first of all, respect. That is some dedication to a very old piece of technology. But starting today, you're not going to be able to make any calls with it. Is anyone making calls with a BlackBerry? No. The company says the old BlackBerry operating systems, they used to support it so you could still make calls and use it. And now it's done. If it's a newer BlackBerry, one of the fancy ones with Android software, it should still work. In 2012, 80 million people had a BlackBerry. I remember in 2012, I was working right here, and I thought it would be so cool to have a BlackBerry. You could get news on the phone. It'd be amazing. And This place was too cheap to buy a phone. Still is. It's fine. They give us a little allowance. Use it on our phone. I guess I'm glad I get to have my own device, so that's a good thing. All right, let's talk about this. BlackBerries. Maybe they were right. They knew. CBS was like, we know this is going to be outdated technology, Jason. Yeah. Okay. Feedback on getting your decorations down. Patricia, that's dedication, chiseling the light cords out of the gutter in past years. Yeah, I've had to do that before where it's like stuck in the gutter, stuck on the roof. Thanks, Patricia. Be careful. Suzanne loves the Christmas tree. Going to enjoy it another week or so. Yeah, we're going to keep our Christmas tree up. My sister is coming to town and her kids this weekend. So I wanted to keep the tree up for that. So we'll let it last for one more week, I think. Here's Nancy. Mid-January, the lights come down, but the Santa figures should be gone. That's kind of where I am on this. Like, I don't know. It's still only January 4th. But, yeah, the Santa figures, it's a little aggressive. I have a neighbor who has a countdown on the front porch. And that's still up. February is too long, Melody says. We usually take it down the first week in January. I feel like today would be a good day to take it down if you want to do that, right? It's going to be 2 days in a row of sort of warm-ish. So your stuff shouldn't be as frozen. Thanks, Melody. Annette says, keep the lights up all year. You know, if I had unlimited money, don't you love it when you go to a house that's like very nicely lit up, like the low voltage lighting on the landscaping and everything? It would be kind of fun to have permanent lights on your house that you could maybe change the theme. Annette says we need the lights to bring more joy to people. Turn them on for a week every month. I like that. I like that. That's good, Annette. Thank you. Thank you all so much for your feedback. Hey, I'm going to keep this beard until you guys take your Santa figures down. So let's see what gets me in more trouble from the bosses today. Is it the BlackBerry commentary, or is it 2 days in a row of a beard? We're playing with fire here in 2022 on this CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. That's what we do. Thanks for watching. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow.